Welcome back to Legendary Tributes. Robert Glasgow was an American Democratic Party politician from Stephenville, Texas, who held office as a member of the Senate of Texas. Glasgow was trained as a lawyer. He won the 1994 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for sponsoring a 1989 drug law that made it illegal to buy laboratory glassware without a permit. He was an active Freemason and served 30 years as parliamentarian for the Grand Lodge of Texas, AF and AM. Bob Glasgow died on September 22, 2023 at age 81. Mike Henderson was an American singer-songwriter. In addition to his solo career, which included 5 studio albums, Henderson was a member of the country band the Steel Drivers from 2005 to 2011. He was a songwriting collaborator for his former Steel Drivers bandmate Chris Stapleton. Mike Henderson died on September 22nd at age 70. Evelyn Fox Keller was an American physicist, author, and feminist. She was Professor Emerita of History and Philosophy of Science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Keller's early work concentrated on the intersection of physics and biology. Her subsequent research focused on the history and philosophy of modern biology and gender and science. Evelyn Fox Keller died on September 22nd at age 87. Roy Manges was an American professional football player who was a quarterback in the NFL and the CFL. He played college football for the Maryland Terrapins. Manges played in the NFL for the St. Louis Cardinals and in the CFL for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He died at his home on September 22nd at age 67. Nicolas Kerdiles was an American professional ice hockey forward. He played briefly in the National Hockey League, NHL, with the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks selected Kerdiles in the second round in the 2012 NHL entry draft. Kerdiles died in a motorcycle accident in the early hours of September 23rd at age 29. Terry Robert Kirkman was an American musician and songwriter, best known as a vocalist for the pop group The Association, and the writer of several of the band's hit songs such as Cherish, Everything That Touches You, and Six Man Band. As a member of The Association, he was inducted in the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 2003. Kirkman died on September 23rd at age 83. Danny Walker Morris was an American professional baseball player, a left-handed pitcher, who appeared in 6 Major League games for the 1968-1969 Minnesota Twins. He stood 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed 175 pounds during his active career. Danny Morris died on September 23rd at age 77. Paul Bestor Woodruff was an American classicist, professor of philosophy, and was dean at the University of Texas at Austin, where he once chaired the Department of Philosophy and has more recently held the Hayden Head Regents Chair as director of Plan 2 Honors Program, which he resigned in 2006 after 15 years of service. On September 21, 2006, University President William C. Powers, Jr. named Dr. Woodruff the inaugural Dean of Undergraduate Studies. He died on September 23, 2023, at age 80. Thomas David Tim Foley was an American professional football player who was a defensive back for the Miami Dolphins of the NFL. Foley starred in Loyola Academy in Wilmette, Illinois, before playing college football for the Purdue Boilermakers, receiving All-American honors as a defensive back in 1969. He was named to the Pro Bowl in 1979. Foley was an analyst for TBS College Football and Miami Dolphins preseason. Tim Foley died on September 24th at age 75. Barry Oliver was an American guitar teacher who created and produced the Berkeley Folk Music Festival from 1958 to 1970. Barry Oliver retired from teaching in 2019 after being diagnosed with dementia. He died on the morning of September 23, 2023 at age 87. Charles Everett Romine was an American politician. He was a member of the West Virginia